Hey everyone, in this quick tip we're going to look at some text font selection tips. And if you ever struggle with selecting a font, these tips may help you out. So to start, we have two different tools we can use, the draw text or draw text within a vector box. We're just going to use the draw text for this one. And in here you can just select wherever you want to draw your text. And then we could just type up here, let's type in learn your CNC. And then you can see down here we have our font selection. And if you drop down this box, the very first 5 fonts are going to be your most recently used fonts. You can make this list bigger or smaller by going to Edit, going to Options, and then in here you want to scroll down until you find the General Settings, and you'll see Recent Font List Size, and we have a number of 5 here. So if you want more recent fonts there, type in a bigger number, and if you want less fonts there, type in a smaller number, and then click OK. So that's how you can adjust the size of these most recently used fonts. After those fonts, you'll have a list of fonts with the @ symbol in front of them. These ones are all going to be vertical fonts. So you can see if you select one of those, it will turn your text 90 degrees to make it vertical. So if you don't want the vertical fonts, you'd have to scroll down even further, and then you'll get to the letter A. And then after that, it'll be in alphabetical order, all the installed fonts that are on your computer. So all of the fonts you see in this list are currently installed on your computer. So not everybody's list is going to be the same. And you can see there's a small preview of what the fonts look like with the small section of the alphabet there. So you can get a little bit of a quick preview of what the font will look like, but you may want to see what the font looks like with the actual text that you're using. So you can do that by selecting a font. So what I generally do is go all the way to the top of the list and select the very first one after the @ symbol. So if I want a horizontal text, I'll select this first one. And you could see the text will change to that font that we selected. Now before you click anything else, you could see this text is now highlighted in blue. So now right on your arrow keys on your keyboard, if you click the down arrow key, you can see it'll scroll to the next text and your text will update right on the screen. So generally what I do is just keep that highlighted in blue and just keep clicking the arrow key down, and you can scroll through all your different types of fonts in your computer. So that will give you a preview of what all of these different fonts would look like without having to opening the list right here again and then clicking on another font. You can also hover over a font in the list while it's still open and click your down arrow key, and you can see you can cycle through the fonts this way as well. So that's a quick way to cycle through the fonts within your Vectric software. If you'd rather prefer seeing all these fonts at the same time with the text, there's a way you could do that as well. And that's by going to this website called wordmark.it. And this website was actually pointed out to me by one of my students, and it's a very helpful way to preview your fonts. So you can see you can enter a word here. So let's say learn your CNC, click enter. And then you have a few different options here. We have all fonts, which are going to be fonts on your computer and not on your computer. You have your fonts, which is only the fonts that are installed on your computer. And this is only going to show your installed fonts if you're using the Google Chrome web browser and you install the extension. The extension and this website is free, so you could do both of those without making an account or anything. And there also are other options with this website that you can make a pro account that you have to pay for, but the free account works pretty good as well. So you can see when you type in your text at the top and scroll down here, these are all the fonts I have on my computer. And you can see all at the same time on the screen what each one would look like. And once you find one that you like, let's say this Comic Kings right here, just go back to Vectric software, select the font, drop this down. And if you want to quickly get to the Comic Kings, type in the letter C, and that will jump down the list to the very first C in the list. And then you can scroll down until you find the Comic Kings, which is right here. And you'll see the text will be in the same format, just like we've seen on the website here. So as you can see, this is a very handy way to select fonts much quicker than just selecting each one within your software. I'll put a link to this website in the description, so hopefully these tips helped you out. And if they did, let me know below in the comments.